14. Tomorrow, cloudy and breezy with some snow showers possible, a little bit warmer, and a high around 36. Right now, 1 degree, and our wind chill is at 13 below. Well, it's a Tuesday morning, and that means we're going to talk all things City of Canton right now. And when he walked in the door, I said, look what the cat dragged in, because I haven't seen him in a while. We have Councilman at Large, Bill Smuckler. How are you?
Good morning.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Yes. So how long were you out of council?
This last time, 2 years.
Okay.
And at the end of this coming term, I'll have served 34 years.
Oh, my gosh. 34 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So happy to be back in public service?
I am. It's been exciting. I've had a lot of people say, we're glad you're back, and that makes me feel good.
Well, we were talking in the lobby, about how things change. The world changes. It's changed a lot since you first started on council, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I think people were more civil back then. We had public speaks was when people had a problem, they came up and talked about their problem, and we tried to solve the problem. If it pertained to city council or pertained to the administration,
right,
and didn't pertain to anything else in the world that we had no control over.
Right. It's a big difference now. So council has changed its public speaks rules, right?
At the end of last year, they cut off public speaks totally. Now, with myself and some other people pushing, we've brought partial public speaks back. Of if you live in the city, if you have a business in the city, if you can come down and talk about agenda items. There's also a way to come down and talk about another issue with the administration or anyone else by a rule called 18A, and then you ask a councilman to please sponsor you, and most of the time it's done.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a group, a very small group of about a half a dozen people who have decided that there should be no decorum in city council, that they can do whatever they want to do, and it's the wild, wild west there. And that's not what this should be. This should be taking care of government for the people.
Yeah, and like I said, it has changed so much. And so, in this day and age, many people can feel unsafe, and you got to take the right precautions, right?
Absolutely, and there's security at city council, so if you have something to say, please come down and say it. Unfortunately, like I said, it was reported, and it is true. At the last council meeting, we had someone come up and put a condom on the microphone. That has no place in city council of what's going on. Yeah. We need people to tell us if there's an issue. That's why we were elected, and some of this group is self-appointed, and they think that they should be the ones controlling the situation. It's easy. You go down to Route 62, you get every 2 years, you can take out a ballot and run for city council. It's simple.
Yeah, if you live in the city.
Well, if you live in the city, it's true. Yes.
All right, so let's move on to the future now, and what kinds of things are you looking forward to back on council? The mayor's neighborhoods initiatives are big, and it seems like everything is just doing really well.
There's been some progress made in some areas that haven't been made in years. The mayor's doing a fantastic job, and especially when it comes to alleys and some pavings that haven't been done since I started in city council back in 1984. But there's other things going on, economic development, and that's for small businesses as well as large. We're dealing with, those of you who might know Steve's Tailor Shop on 13th Street. We've got an economic incentive to expand that small business and to do some fun things that are going to help him, and is also going to help him hire more people in the city of Canton, for example. Mm-hmm. The Hall of Fame
Yeah.
Let's cross our fingers
looks
and
like.
think that they have crossed another bridge to go private and to take what we all believe to be a white elephant up there, and this is the Hall of Fame Village. We have to be
Right.
very
The village,
careful.
yes.
Not the museum. My good friend Jim Porter would want me to do that, and I understand that. There's two separate entities up there, and it looks like we've crossed the bridge with the Hall of Fame Village. And I've been fortunate enough that City Council has enough thought of me that they've put me in charge of a new committee called Economic Development, and that's why I'm touting these two things right now.
Yeah.
Small business, bigger business, and we need neighborhood redevelopment. When I left, former Mayor Tom Burnaby and I had passed all these splash pads throughout the city with the help of the rest of City Council. They are now coming all on board, and there should be things to do this summer for especially smaller children.
Yeah, it's really popular. It's a very popular thing. The ones that have already been put in, very popular.
Yes.
What about down the road? You're a businessman, right? And so that you're in the perfect spot when you said economic development. But is there anything in particular you'd like to see besides the village getting back on track?
Well, besides the village and the small businesses, that's one of the things that this city has to come back and grasp small businesses. Like I said, I mentioned the tailor shop, but there's other small businesses that need help, and we want to provide that impetus to be able to get people to expand, to get people online within the city limits. We have a great array of restaurants in this community, and especially in the downtown area. You have your choice of a lot of different food. And folks, despite what perception is, it's safe. It's safe down here, according to the statistics, for you to come on down and sample the restaurants. There's some little bit of small retail that's coming back now, and we want to help small retail. There's a plan to do something on Market Avenue right across from the amphitheater down
Centennial
there.
Plaza.
Centennial Plaza, and in the Rankert building.
Right.
And we want to help make that happen. And we're working very hard with the developer there to make that happen.
Well, I know that you're the right man for the job, and I'm so glad I could have you in. So you're going to visit more often, right?
I will be here as often as you want me to be.
All right. Thanks for coming down and braving the cold this morning.
Nope, it's good. Thank you, Pam.
Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook is brought to you by Papa Gyros.
No matter how you say it,
Papa Gyros.
Papa Gyros.
you're not far from a Papa Gyros.
PapaGyros.com.